Hey Jay here, reporting from Qatar because I'm still grinding quests. I'm grinding so many monsters. I'm at the point where I'm doing side quests of finding boyfriends for lonely women in these villages. Welcome back, classy crew, to another journal in the 4U adventures as we still get... as I try to fight every Fatalis in this game, and I have yet to find one. In fact, I have yet to even leave low rank despite finishing the story of low rank almost a month ago. But here I am, still slaying monsters, fighting for love, and learning that I can cook 10 steaks at a time. I don't know if I talked about this in the last journal, but this game, I don't know if it's in 3 or the other games, but this game is the game that has taught me I can cook 10 frickin' steaks at a time. I think it might even be 20 because I think the cook helps you. But why did they take this out of the franchise? It is so good. But anyways, let's talk about the real hot steamy thing we're all here to talk about. Guildmarm's hot steamy boyfriend. You might be saying, okay, this boy is out of content. But I swear this is probably one of the highlights of the stream. This writing has got to be some of the best writing I have ever seen in Monster Hunter. And so I'm going to talk about a quest that is given to you in low rank after you grind a bit, and then Guildmarm starts opening up to you about her lost long love. So let me share with you this writing. Let me share with you what she has to say. And I'm just going to pretend I have a book here. Maybe editor can put a book in front of me because I am working with visual effects now. Have I ever told you about my first love? She hasn't. Once I visited Tanzania, a port famed for trade and commerce. Maybe you've heard of it. Of course we have. We've played 3U. While scurrying the mountain for the legendary Hercudrome, I met this guy. He was tall and brave, his stride gallant. We exchanged one fiery glance before I knew I had been smitten. Did I tell him? Are you crazy? I would have died of shame. Oh my gosh, no. I could never do it myself. But you could. If you see him, tell him how much I love him and that he has a nice tail. The last part is optional. I had no idea what this was going to lead to. But the hot, steamy boyfriend she refers to is none other than frickin' Bracadios. I didn't even know he was in this game. I didn't know he was tied to this quest. Thank you so much for not spoiling this, because what a reveal it was. And then I go to fight him thinking, well, I fought plenty of Bracadios in my days. Oh, he hits hard. And now I don't remember exactly 3U to 4U, but I don't remember the slime puddles being such a problem in 3U. I recall that they were there, but in this game, I just kept hitting every 4U puddle. And then I'd get like this like little sparkle, which I think that is new. That is Blast Blight. I don't think that existed in 3U. I think it was just slime, which did something. But yeah, here there's Blast Blight, which pretty much gives you like this short fuse and then you blow up if you don't roll out of it. Which I do remember that being a thing in World, but I don't think it was in 3U. So they made it worse, as in deadlier. So yeah, Bracadios was an interesting fight. I love how they like built this quest in, and I gotta say, like, I really wish the Monster Hunter franchise would bring back this kind of level of charm. And I don't know if that charm is lost when you add voiceover. For example, during the chat or during the stream, people were saying that Guildmarm would not be as charming if she had voiceover, and to some extent, I could agree. It would require a very specific tone, voice acting skill to convey the charm of what I just read out to you without sounding just cringe or annoying. And I think that's kind of what happened with World's handler. She was voiced and a lot of people found her annoying. Whereas I think if she wasn't voiced, maybe people would have preferred or would have enjoyed handler, would have thought she was less cringe. I don't know. It's a hypothesis. All I'm saying is, as we are striving for more immersive worlds, better graphics, we are losing a charm of Monster Hunter. And we have to remember that that is ultimately part of the heart of this game. You can strip out all that charm and leave monster hunting. And yes, that is the core gameplay loop. But man, it's like, you're missing such an important part if we keep doing this. We can't lose the charm of this game. And I really hope the next Monster Hunter remembers this, because every Monster Hunter game since that I've played, which would be World and Rise, they do have a level of charm, but it feels subdued. And it does get harder to include charm in HD graphics. Look no further than Final Fantasy franchise. The old NES, SNES games, and to some extent the PlayStation games, were filled with charm, but we lost that charm when, you know, things got HD. And if you look at the more HD generation of Final Fantasy, everything became very angsty and serious and just lost a lot of its charm. Anyways, Bracadios is slain, bring my counter up one more, and I've unlocked another monster as I grind through low rank. Now, if you haven't played 4U, the reason that there is so much grind in low rank is pretty much once you have completed the story, there are these quests called advanced quests, which is pretty much fighting 2 monsters at a time that get infected by, I know I've been playing too much Sunbreak, so I'm just going to say afflicted, even though, because I forget the terminology in the 4U. Basically, they go under the affliction, whatever, and then they go like super rage, and those are called advanced quests. And there seems to be a series of advanced quests tied to every village, so you pretty much have to do those to get all the little check marks, which is what I'm trying to do. It's not part of my pledge. It's just I like this game and I want to complete low rank before I go and continue high rank. So I've been grinding through that. I swear I'm getting close. I should be able to do it in the next stream, but every time I start the stream, like you can look at my Twitch titles, it's like, okay, cleaning up low rank. Okay, we're really finishing up low rank for real. Okay, really, I'm really gonna finish low rank, and I'm still not done. And I think I'm a stream away, but I could be 5 streams away. I don't know, because they just keep adding things to it. Anyways, as I've been grinding through it, I've been unlocking new monsters like the Brachydios quest. I've also unlocked a Daren Moran, which is actually a really nice callback to the start of my adventure in 4U, because the first monster we see in this game is a Daren, which I don't know why we needed to go out of our way to make a new monster, a new whale, when Gen Moran worked just well. And now that I fought a Daren, to learn it's the same fight as a Gen, except he has blowholes. What is the point of making an entire new monster, an entire new name? Is it just to show diversity? Is it so that we can see that there's more than one whale in these deserts? Now, if we're gonna do that, it's a huge lost opportunity if there isn't ever a point where you fight the 2 whales at the same time. Imagine you're on your ship, to your right there's a Gen Moran, to your left and both of them are now wailing on you. Yeah, I like that pun. So that would be fascinating. And then after your ship breaks, you have 2 whales coming at you. That would be so freaking intimidating. Now that's a siege fight I would love to fight. Yeah, so I took on Daren Moran. It was I was quite nervous because I did not think it would be the same fight. I was like, oh my god, I'm on my own, what do I do? In Monster Hunter 3U, you fought it in multiplayer. It was intended as a multiplayer fight. Here it's presented as a single player fight. So I was a lot more worried, but then when people are like, how are you struggling so much when it's the same fight? I was also obsessed with this blowhole and wanting to... What in the steaming horniness is this? Anyways, I found his squishy spots, so now I know for the next time, and I do have to do another one. And apparently that quest is what unlocks the final new monster in low rank. I don't know which monster that is, because you guys have really been good this time, this journey, for not spoiling anything. I am going into this game so blind, I really don't know what's coming up. I do know that the egg quest leads to a Fatalis. I do know that there are multiple variants of Fatalis, but I don't know much about this game, and I kind of like that. I like not knowing what's coming up. So that's where we are. I don't think I have too much more. Oh, speaking of egg quests, I did do another egg quest with 2 wyverns, 2 afflicted wyverns, the Rathian and the Rathlos. And this one was brutal because there were 3 eggs to get. And of course, every time you bring an egg, someone drops a rock blocking your path, making your run back longer. And there is something to be said about egg quests. They have a certain charm. They're not as BSy as the first Monster Hunter, which was just trolly and hard. Now they're hard, but interesting. Like they're still charming. Like I kind of like the whole panic. Even if you kill the monsters, you're hauling your egg and then you're gonna get mugged, or there's gonna be a mosquito that's after you, or the most insignificant monsters become the most horrifying threats through egg quests, and I love that pivot of perspective. It's just I wish we had that in the newer games, and it's there, but it's not as, you're not as scared of those insignificant monsters as you used to in the old gens. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's where I am in my journey. Really hope that we can finish low rank, because we have a town to rebuild. I forget the name of the town, but that is the high rank chapter of this entire journey, is we have to go build the defenses of this town, which have been crumbled, which have been destroyed by who knows what. And yeah, take on more monsters, because there's still like 49 monsters in this game that I have yet to see, which is wild to me how packed full of monsters this game is. Anyways, I'm having a good time. I'm loving this. I'll see you on the next stream or the next journal, and until next time, keep it classy.